Now we're going to move away from DP Map and start talking about Acq Demo. Remember here we go. DP Map versus Acq Demo. Again, this is the same chart that we used before. This is how they kind of correlate. So, even though you may not be in the Acq Demo pay plan, and you may be a DP Map employee, there are still some things that will be of benefit to DP Map employees, so you may want to pay attention to this. Again, this slide again shows how DP Map and Acq Demo correlate. Here is the Acq Demo timeline. This is current. I got this last week and re-input the numbers and the dates and things. So that is current. So, what is a PRD? Acq Demo has a PRD, a Position Requirements Document, instead of a core doc. That's just how they refer to it. The PRD combines position information, staffing requirements, and factors into a single document. It will include a description of job information you already are familiar with the position title and occupational series. In addition to information specific to the Acq Demo, the career path, the broadband level, and the factors and descriptors. Become very familiar with your PRD. PRDs are found in each employee's personnel record, again, the 971, which is maintained by your supervisor, or on the portal in the EOPF, Electronic Official Personnel Folder. And again, they're currently being loaded by personnel, so yours may or may not be there, but they're always in the 971. And if you don't have a copy, ask your supervisor for one. When assigned to a position, you will want to know how your position fits into the organization. Under Acq Demo, you will be recognized for your contribution to the mission. It is essential that you know how to understand the organization's mission. You will want to ensure that your goals and objectives are linked to the organization's missions. Some Acq Demo identifiers are in J, which is technical management and support, NK, admin support, and NH, which is business management and tech management professional. Just for a little giggle here, 80% of the workforce that is Acq Demo on Right Pat is NH. All right, so moving on. I wanted to mention how Acq Demo is different than DP Map. Acq Demo uses the contribution-based compensation and appraisal system. Well, it's been around since the 90s in corporate America. It's the compensation strategy used in Acq Demo as a way to manage important aspects of the employee's reward. The main objective of the compensation strategy is to give the right rewards for the right employee contributions. Achievement of the desired contributions is, of course, important in order to enhance your organization's effectiveness. Compensation is the key motivator when it rewards achievement of the desired organizational results. The compensation, well, I can't say that, can I? Compensation strategy must also support fulfillment of the organization's budgetary constraints. The CCAS appraisal period begins on 1 October and ends 30 September of the following year. The full CCAS cycle includes this appraisal period plus 3 months immediately following the appraisal period for the pay pool panel process. So, how do you find your contribution plan? Now you got your PRD, and now you're going to have a contribution plan. After, it will be located in the Cast2Net. Acq Demo uses Cast2Net. So how do you find that contribution plan? You click on Contribution Planning. And here is an example. So let's take a look at what a contribution plan may look like. I've heard different things from different organizations. This is what they may look like. Contribution planning is a collaborative effort to be shared by supervisors and employees. Supervisors are responsible for ensuring completion of contribution plans. Contribution plans address how an employee accomplishment of a specific work assignments will contribute to the organization's mission. Contribution plans also establish written expectations for the employee. The contribution plan should typically contain 3 to 6 objectives written in contribution, result, and impact format, which covers the 3 factors the employee will be assessed against during the rating cycle. The contribution plan may be modified within the rating cycle when overall goals and objectives of the organization change. Contribution plans, in essence, serve as a roadmap. They may be changed at any time. The plans are living documents. You and your supervisor will plan how to contribute to the mission during the appraisal year at the beginning of the CCAS cycle. Contribution planning, as well as any needed adjustments, are to be documented in the castanet. The contribution planning meeting with your supervisor at the beginning of the appraisal cycle should include the following items: career path and broadband level, the factors, and the overall expected score, the organizational mission, and expected contribution and expected results, career development, or the IDP, the individual development plan. Be sure to use this exchange with your supervisor for mentoring opportunity that it presents. Discuss areas where you'd like to grow or expand your responsibilities, and solicit your supervisor's feedback on ways to accomplish your goals. Plans should be measurable, concise, and detailed with specific information on how activity will benefit the organization. As you consider how you will contribute, you should also discuss the intended results. Is there a specific target you are trying to reach? Trying to identify milestones or other measurable aspects of the success? Well, don't hesitate to ask questions about anything you don't understand. This is your opportunity to create a clear plan for the coming year. Contribution statements, the CRI, and some people refer to it as the CRI. So let's talk about how to write a CRI statement at the end of the appraisal cycle. To write useful contribution statement, think in terms of cause and effect. I did A that resulted in B, which is related to the mission. When writing contribution inputs, constantly apply the "so what" test. Does this activity I'm submitting have impact on achieving your purpose? If so, what was the specific impact? If you cannot reasonably answer this question, then that particular activity may not really represent contribution. Remember that busyness is not a contribution and cannot be measured. However, results related to the mission are being measured. Know what is the organization's mission? Know this: if your CRI is written correctly, it will align with the organization's overall mission, and therefore the Air Force as well. One needs to think about the duties of their job and what the immediate work unit does. Sometimes the link between the two may not be obvious, and that's where your supervisor can provide like a bigger picture. Keep in mind that all jobs exist because managers at every level have determined that there is a mission need to be met. Therefore, when providing contribution statement based upon the understanding of the job, there is expectation to be inherent link back to the activity mission. If not, management needs to reassess the duties of the individual. There are no bad contributions. All contributions are good. However, contributions are measured relative to salary level. The objective of the process is to equitably compensate employees at all levels for contributions. So let's talk about a few things to remember about CRI. One must be very specific when writing contribution statements. Do not leave it to others to presume contribution. While employees are free to do so, it is not necessary to provide long narrative descriptions of what you did during the rating period. It's best to write the assessment in concise manner, stating what was done, the result is achieved, and how those results relate to the mission. To write effective contribution